Hello everybody, and welcome to Marquee Gaming. Today, as we're back for session 104 of Mystical Mishaps, we've missed you. It's been a while. It's been too long, but the break was also very nice for me. It was not nice to my computer back here that hosts my map and stuff like that. So it's on updating mode right now because I got it up and going before the stream, and then like right before we're about to go live, it says I'm gonna restart and you're gonna like it, and I couldn't pause it, stop it, or anything. It just went down. So
that's PCs for you.
We're going old school today, maybe with the music, and it's gonna be a little interesting potentially, depending on what happens. So that's it. But it's good to be back. Good to see you all, and we're going to push on and play tonight's session and try to all get back into the right headspace of our characters and NPCs. So we're going to begin tonight by doing our introductions, and as we have been doing, we're going to go in reverse order, starting with Mike. Take it away.
That's me. Hi guys, my name is Mike, also known as Bardic Dice here on all the socials. Yeah, I don't really got many announcements. I just woke up like 10 minutes ago, so we'll see if I can jump back into my headspace here.
There we go.
Yeah, so super fun. I don't think I have any announcements, do I? I don't. I'm just excited to jump back into it, and I miss you guys a lot. I just want to say that. So
Yes.
We'll sit here and in the moment a little bit and just let it sit that we're back. And and I played Davril. He's a level 8 artificer, 4 level 4 wizard, blade singer, fun stuff. I'm excited to get into that later. But
Did you level up into artificer or into wizard this time?
Wizard 4-4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's 4-4 now.
Oh, okay, cool.
Even split.
Even Steven, baby.
We do have a Discord that you can join with Bardic Dice there as well. It's called The Tavern. Link is in the chat if you want to be a part of that. And head over there now. Go post gifts in the Mystical Mishaps channel. Read recaps if you need to get caught back up on where we were. And suggest mishaps if you got those too. And then the rest of the time, the rest of the week, there's also a lot of awesome people who post a lot of fun and awesome things that you can check out in the Discord. So head over there, be part of the community. Be great to have you. But we're continuing to go backwards. We got Ashley.
Hello, I'm Ashley. I make art. I just posted some cat art on Instagram if you're interested in that. I also a fan of cats, Euphemia, who I'm playing tonight. She's our druid. She's very sad still. I'm pretty sure she's still pretty sad about a lot of things. And I'm excited to drop back in. I've been looking forward to this.
Yes.
Princess said in the chat, I'm dying. She said, oh wait, where is it now? I missed it. Oh, Ash is giving off no central air vibes.
We were literally just talking about it because me and Ash don't have central air, so we're both like, whoa, like it's a little sweaty in here.
The fans blowing. Yeah, it's all right. We make do.
There's a link to Ashley's website. You can go check that out if you would like to see her creativity and other things that she does, all kind of centralized there. So go check her out. But yeah, that's Ashley. Continuing to go backwards, we got Kelly.
Came to me so fast. Also, the cat art is very nice, Ashley. I missed to say because I wasn't on Instagram, but I like it. It's very nice. Hi, my name is Kelly. Yeah, sure. I play Winnie, the drum roll. I literally forgot to just load. Okay, level 6 monk and level. Oh wait, why is it 6 monk? Is that we're level 6 monk?
Yeah, you're level 6
Really?
monk.
That feels really high. I don't know why. I forgot. Okay, level 2 cleric. We're a lot of levels now. Okay, anyway. And it's been too long, clearly. And I think that we'll see how long it takes me to get back into character, but I think she's doing okay. I think we're all a little sad, I guess, but hopefully things will be okay. Maybe everything will be fine actually this time.
Yeah.
That's all.
Kind of gothic horror game. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's gonna pan out.
Typically,
It's
things that
fine.
are like in the horror genre just pan out pretty nicely for the last whole half
I
section
thought it
of
was
the game.
Gothic Honor. Okay. I'm never fucking Gothic Honor.
Oh no!
I want to quit.
Whenever I see horror, sometimes like immediately my brain is just honor, like 'cause it just blanks. So could be.
Yeah,
This is an honorable campaign.
so much honor.
Stupid.
And our final player, we got Rach. Take it away.
Hi, I'm Rachel, also known as Pip. It's great to be back. I streamed art last week and it was so nice to hang out with everybody and talk again. And I will be streaming art tomorrow as well at 3:30 CST. I have some really fun commissions to work on, so that's probably my plan. It's actually from a character over at Knights of Silver Moon. They commissioned me for one of theirs. So it's going to be a good time. Come hang out. In this game, I play Eleonora Edivane, who is level 8 Warlock, and I maxed out my charisma, so now she's extra glowy, and I'm just really excited about it. And
Oh, so cool.
yeah. Oh, I got a couple new spells too that I'm excited about. So I love a level up.
Yep. The amount of times she wants to pester you about your level ups, guys. No one else has to see it but me.
How many times during the trip was she like, "Can we level up again?"
Oh, it would not happen again. But
No, not on the trip. I didn't.
No, not
'Cause
on
he
the
leveled
trip.
us up. I was
Yes.
satisfied. It's
Mhm.
when it's like, I don't know, like 6, 8 months is when I start getting a little antsy. I think that's fair. Right.
No.
Right.
And 2 days in game, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we've been kidnapped 4 times. Can we level up? I think we were.
Yeah.
A lot of the time I have
That's
to do
gotta
that
give
where
us
I'm just
some
like,
experience
Rachel,
points.
it's been literally 6 days since you last leveled up. You are not leveling up again.
Please. He spoiled us in beacons where we leveled up
Yes.
fast, and I'm addicted.
Yeah, it was
I
too fast and
I told people I
beacons.
was like, oh, I was. Wait, how we get to level 17? Right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I was like 17. Because like I was thinking about that. I was like, man, that was so fun. I've never been. Because even Baldur's Gate, I was like playing that. I was like, oh, I'll get to. And you only get to like level
10.
12 or something? Yeah, depending on
Oh, I
what.
think so. Yeah.
And so I was like,
Not
I don't know.
high.
It was so fun to be a super high level character.
Mm-hmm.
Going,
Super powerful.
da-da.
But here they are, level 8. We'll see what they do. I'm Mark. I am the dungeon master, and hoping I remember everything, hoping I prepped everything I need to, hoping everything works, besides, I guess, this computer, and hoping that you all have a good time as well coming along on this journey. So let's go ahead and get started with our intro, and then we can get into the session. Now, where's that button again? Okay, there it is. We're back. We're back, everybody. Hello. We're back. Hello, everybody, and we're gonna begin tonight's session. And I gotta turn on some music the old-fashioned way. Hope you all enjoy. Let me know if they're weird levels, because this is different than how I normally do it. And I gotta turn on all the redemptions, because that is a thing that you all can do. Let's see who's gonna be the first one to redeem those. All right.
Yeah. Ooh, husband point, immediate. John redeeming for Ashley.
He's ready.
He had it loaded and ready to go, apparently.
So, last time, which was a month ago, we played. They were staying in the city of Heaven's Reach at an inn, and Winnie, by sheer good luck, potentially good luck, depending on your perspective, spots Japnot and Braun in the streets of Heaven's Reach, and they decide to go chase them down, her and Euphemia, leaving Dav and Eleanor in the room. When they find those two, they learn that Heidi has taken over leadership of the Untamed now, from Idkin, and who is presumed to be murdered from the paper they saw, and kind of what Braun and Japnot mentioned. There was a moment of Cat Femia getting picked up by Braun, which is just funny, you know, the best moment ever. But Dav and Eleanor talked in the room about the recent encounter with Sastrom and kind of the implications of that. But later on, Death came to visit along with Lucy, and they spoke about their future plans. And in their discussions, there was a lot of anger towards Sastrom, and Death made sort of a proposal for them to work towards removing Sastrom from power, and potentially even making this plane a new home for Death, as his origin is from this location. Not necessarily the plane that they're on, but the same location astrologically, or I don't know whatever the good word for that would be. But
It was like a play on astral plane too, astrologically.
Yeah.
But, you know.
I don't know. But they are beginning to make preparations, as they have discussed moving north and heading that direction to pursue some of their goals that way. But they got some things that they want to wrap up in the city, and we'll see what they can get accomplished here. So we are going to start off with the party waking up on the morning of the 30th, the last day of the month, the last day of the 11th month. Level 8 now. Big, strong level 8 heroes. And let's see, all of you got your advantage die. Let me get those marked on the screen for you.
Oh. Forgot what that was.
All right.
Yeah, we got one.
And then
How do we play? I just don't know.
Oh no, everyone's forgotten. And we have to roll for a bless too. Let's see who's gonna get that.
Oh. Kelly.
Mike gets it.
Thank you. Actually, I'll message you in the thingy.
Ooh, secrets.
Hey, do you know why I spoil it?
Okay.
Because I forgot what we talked about in person.
All right. So you all awaken the next morning. Anything you would like to do in this early morn?
How do we play?
I don't know. Everyone forgot how to play.
How do we do it?
Who are we?
No, I think that's it for the day. We're good. Can
Okay.
we
Because we're long rest.
Yeah, so I know on the agenda was we were gonna meet with Heidi in the morning.
Mhm.
We were going to go to Hawks because this is the day he's in his shop. You were gonna visit your mom?
I was supposed to have an appointment with the doctor. At the ascent. I don't know if we were given a time or if Watchlight is still contacting us with a time, or if it was just a say you have an appointment sitch.
They did not give you a time. They just said they were going to work on setting a time or setting up for you to be able to go there.
Right.
So it'd be like she could go there and
try.
Or they'll like send word or something. I don't know.
You could wait. You could try. Whatever you want to do.
Okay.
We could even check back here, like after we do our other appointments, and see if they left word. That's kind of my thought.
Yep. That's a good idea.
It's kind of a central location.
And then I had a list. I think that was it. Aside from like random shopping to prepare, and we had to drop off Julian's thing that Dav made for him.
Right.
His artificer tools.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's probably what Dad would be finishing up on and tweaking and just finishing touches. And there's probably an extra page like hastily written about how much cooler artificering is from any other magic, even how flashy they could be. And you should really consider artificering as a hobby.
All right.
Yeah, I think actually in the morning Eleanor would sort of prepare a letter for him and a couple sketches and stuff to like drop off as a part of like a bundle, you know. She'd get ready too. Definitely not like the night before where she just like wasn't. But it's definitely like not with the same flair as she normally does. Like she's presentable for sure, but maybe a little less of an elaborate hairstyle, not a lot of makeup, that sort of thing.
All right. Anybody else got anything?
I think I would just go over kind of like some general notes, even hoping that I'm going to hear about this doctor soon. And just, yeah, kind of maybe go through my inventory and make sure that I have what I think we need, unless we need to stop and get a few more things before we head out, and to get myself ready for the day. Not anything crazy.
Yeah, I think maybe I just would be looking out the window like I did last time, because now she's kind of like paranoid about, I don't know, but just kind of getting stuff together and getting ready, but I don't know. Just kind of be on alert, I guess.
Okay. So, the morning goes on. Anything else? You're muted, Rage.
You muted.
This is everyone's
I don't know
muted.
what time we were gonna meet with Heidi, but was it early, later in the morning? She just said in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
In the
So
past,
I
in the past,
probably-
she always had it early, kind of before business hours. But
Oh, sure. Yeah, because if like, I mean, I feel like Eleanor probably got her pretty early anyway, so she'll probably, you know, get everyone moving at a decent morning time.
okay.
I'd be anxious to get going, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So keeping in mind, like, obviously we're not speaking aloud, like what we talked with Death. I will just say, I'll have Eleonora say, I guess mostly we're just going to see if we can find out anything about Idgin and if she wants to work together for information or something.
If we can at least keep communication open.
Yeah.
All right.
Should we clarify? We don't really need her to find us jobs since we're kind of busy right now, maybe, but like we'd still like we don't want to do that part of it, but we still want to like help in any way, because that way we won't have like a miscommunication with like expectations, I guess.
Yes. Well, and we don't even know her goal. It may be different from
Yeah.
Idgin's. So, I mean, technically, if we're trying to fix things, the goals align. But,
Yeah.
right. Well, are we ready?
We should go.
Think so.
Yeah.
So, start walking west of where you are over to Heidi's shop. You find the door closed, the close sign still flipped, but you do see lights on within. Dav goes up and knocks. And answering the door is a big smiling face, and I'm gonna use new art now because Rach completed it
Yay!
Yeah.
of
He's there.
Bron. So let me make sure I get the right art. There we go. Bron opens the door. Hey, bud. Good to see you. Come on in.
Inside.
I was laughing at. And he just says "bud" all the time to Mark today.
Yeah, as we come in, like, what's the vibe of is Heidi in there? Is Heidi and Japnon in there, or is it just kind of just Braun right now?
Yeah, Heidi is there as well. Pull her up her art as well. Haven't seen her for a while. And Japna's
Yeah,
there
what's
too,
the-
but I don't have room for all three on the screen. So
What's the vibe? What's the feeling of, like, are we welcome here? Is this awkward? What's the vibe?
here we go. First roll, of course.
Our first vibe.
Yeah. I'll go.
Forgot what man said. 17.
Didn't
Okay.
need a roll. We just got butted.
18.
Hey, this one better than mine.
You did that on purpose.
Hey, that was mine. You copied.
Older
We need to bring the
sisters.
sister rivalry back. Yeah.
So yeah, it's as you look about the room, the general vibe you get from people. Braun just seems happy to see everybody. He's just happy to see y'all cruise back together. Look at them all go, yay. Japnot seems to get like a little bit of the tension in the room and just kind of like watching, but he also has like a little bit of a smile to see you all as you enter, and he'll say hi as you come in. Looks pleasant to you. Heidi's kind of just looking you all up and down. Does not look that thrilled to see you. Looks definitely like she's just kind of watching, tolerating you at this point. But she'll look at you. So we're back together again, I guess.
Seems like it. Nice to see you.
Are you
Heidi.
still wanting to be part of the
Well, it's been-
Untamed?
Right business. Well, it depends, I suppose, on how you're doing things compared to Idgin's. The same goals, same strategy.
Yes, I would say Idgin and I have very similar goals. We do want to protect this plane. We have been allies for quite some time.
How would you pick? How do you go about missions and different things?
Well,
Because with, oh, go ahead.
because with what? Rachel, get a bless.
Well, oh, thanks. Considering our strange situation, we had gotten to a point where we were more keeping Idgin informed than necessarily going on jobs for him.
Figures
I-
you wouldn't be going on jobs. That makes sense. Yes.
So, did Idgin and inform you and I'll motion to the other two about what we tried to tell him about what was going on with us.
I have heard many things from Idkin, from the reports about you, from what they've been able to tell me. So, I ask again, are you part of the Untamed as agents? Are you wanting to work on your own terms outside of the group?
Well, how would you picture a role for us in the Untamed, considering our circumstances?
The way things work would be when I would find out about a mission or a job, a threat, I would send somebody to deal with it. Maybe one member, maybe multiple. Kind of depends on where you're positioned, on your capabilities. That's what it would happen.
So, do you mind if I explain our situation to you?
More explaining your situation about why you can't do what needs to be done, bring in money, that kind of thing.
Well,
stay out of trouble.
More of what the danger is to the plane and how we're already working to fix it now. And we could...
I've heard it all. Word's gotten out about your story.
About what I said in the trial, or the rumors of everything else?
I've heard what you've said. I've heard what you said in the trial. I've heard so many things.
You know how much good we could do working together, right?
Are you wanting to work? That is my question. Or are you wanting to work for yourselves?
So, right now, what we are attempting to do is whenever we do this strange switch into this other world, back and forth, it seems to not be good for the plane. The mishap cracks are somehow connected to. So what we're trying to do is go to some different locations to fix it. We have contacts in the other place of someone that knows ancient magic. I could start to repair the
Sounds like you want to work for yourself then.
I want you as an ally. I don't know what that looks like or how flexible you feel.
Are you wanting to be an agent of the Untamed still? Or are you walking away from that? And you all can speak up. You don't need to let her speak for all of you. You can make your own choices.
I think maybe we don't necessarily want to do work right now in that sense. Not because we don't want to, but because we can't really commit to something if we can't follow through with it, because that's not good. And we can't obviously stay when we're going to go back to the other place when we're here. We're kind of on a time limit a little bit. But I think maybe we're asking, would you mind if we just sent you important information maybe to help you guys? We don't necessarily need anything like jobs or anything like that. We don't need to, but if we just passed on information, we just had like a relationship like that where we just kind of had a communication back and forth about things happening, and that kind of helped.
When you roll persuasion check.
Oh, woof. Yeah, big ol' 0 to that modifier. Let's see. Which dice am I using? Oh, I got an 18. Oh,
Ooh, that
sorry.
was good.
That's almost as good as I could get. Okay.
18, nice. She kind of like looks for a moment like she might consider dismissing it, and then she sees like a moment where Japnot's kind of smiling and Bronzewell smiling, and she kind of turns back to you and, well, you may not be a agent, but there are connections that we can use. You still have that stone I gave you?
Yes. Yes.
Good. Can use that to report back anything important for us to know.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Do you know anything
And
about
hopefully we can
Uggin's
make up for-
death?
That's what we were going to ask you. When did it happen? What happened?
I don't have many details. I heard sometime on the night between the 22nd and 23rd, somebody came and attacked Hidkin at his inn. People think it may be robbers. I don't think so. From what I heard, it seems a bit more targeted. Seemed there was evidence that magic was used, and they seemed interested in something specific from his vault, as it doesn't look like they went through everything. It seems like there was only a portion of it that was searched, and a chest was taken.
Do you know what was in the chest, or was it just unknown contents?
She looks at you, Dav. From the notes I got, it may be connected to you.
There's a chance. One incident. But it was my fault.
It's your fault. How is this your fault? And the room gets real quiet, like Braun and Japner are both kind of like looking at you at this point. Just in silence.
I don't know how. And I don't know if it's truth, but the evidence points in that direction. That founders of my cult might have found out about the stone's location.
How would they have found out about that?
We think there's some sort of...
I was talking to Davril.
I don't understand fully my connection to the stone. But when we're looking into it in the other timeline, there's some sort of connection or communication. This blue orb potentially comes out of the stone when we go between timelines. And I think knowledge that I would have known there would have been passed inadvertently through that. Hence why we are trying to stop this cult from unlocking anything that's bad and that could hurt this world. But still could be... It's a situation where we need more information. I don't know the threat level of these people in the stone, what it can be utilized for, and there's answers of ancient magic that they know that seems to be pretty crucial and involved with the safety of this realm. And I never wanted anyone to get caught up in it and get hurt. But ignorance in this matter and a blind eye is not the right way to go. If this is a power, it needs to be in the right hands.
You had contact with this group, you're saying?
In the other timeline.
From what I've heard, they were known to be a threat. You did what to allow them to communicate?
They were helpless over there.
Clearly not.
I'm telling you this because we want to still work with you to correct this, and I think together we can do better.
Yes.
I think what
You want to do better, but when warned of the threat of this group, you are the one walking in with ignorance and allowing them to communicate and causing Idgin's death?
I don't think he allowed it. We didn't know that could happen.
Exactly, ignorance.
Also respectfully got my family killed. So ignorance apart, not the way to go. Together we can make sure it doesn't cause more harm. That's why we're here. That's why we're being open. I didn't know that was the cause of it. I was hoping it was...
I mean, we don't even know if it was.
Who else would it be?
I don't know what the resources are here.
Why I didn't want to work with you anymore. Well,
We were trying to keep Idgen in the loop on all of this. Just... I mean, I did. We did.
you can try to wash your hands of his death all you want. You can live with the guilt still, though.
Heidi, I'm not admonishing guilt. I'm just saying we are sorry if it was something we did, but also wasn't intentional.
Seems to be the story of you all. Didn't intend to. Didn't mean to.
Yes, it is. I know. I don't like it as much as you do. Probably more. I understand it's frustrating. I understand this entire thing has been frustrating.
Perhaps it is time for you to start following what other people tell you to do, rather than trying to do your own thing.
In our situation, I don't know if anybody even knows what to do. We have to find the answers ourselves.
Perhaps you stay home.
That's not an option. Things will get worse if we stay.
You don't think things have gotten worse as you've done things?
I'm well aware of the irony. You have not said anything that I have not told myself.
Well, my recommendation for you would be to turn yourself in to the Watchlight or whoever and let them do whatever they want to with you. What was that?
Already have.
We are right now. We're doing what they told us to do.
And what are they telling you to do?
Kind of try and find out what's happening. Vari is helping us sort of go between timelines and trying to figure out what's going on.
Getting information to see if we can fix this.
The goal is to... Vari built a machine that can go between the two timelines. So the goal is to help her learn more about and to learn how to control us going back and forth. Because every time we go back and forth, it gets worse.
Well.
So we need to figure it out.
Wonderful. You can do things on their command. Stay away from my members. I don't want to lose anybody else because of you.
What is Japnot and Braun looking like?
So, I mean, Braun, it's definitely kind of just like looking between you guys and Heidi, just like feeling a little awkward, it looks like. Just kind of like, this is tense. Japnot's just kind of like looking down at the floor. He's not even looking at you guys or Heidi. He just kind of looks sad.
Does he seem like uncomfortable sad, or is it just sad in general?
It's more uncomfortable sad. It's kind of like not wanting to get involved in this and watching somebody get scolded right in front of you is a little awkward, so.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
I don't even remember what Heidi said. I'm sorry. She was, stay away from my members,
They were
essentially.
members,
yeah.
yep. So,
Is Kendra with you still?
we're figuring that out.
You haven't been able to get a hold of her.
No. And she kind of looks towards you, Dav, again. Like, seeing if you have anything you want to add to that statement. Okay. Silence.
I mean, last we heard she was in Northport. But I don't know if that's what you heard too or not. That was a while ago.
Yes, we'll continue to see if we can find a way to communicate with her. Well, I don't really have anything else to say to you if you're not wanting to function as a member. I don't really want you anyways, so.
Turn starts walking out.
Heidi, I understand any emotions you would be having towards us. It's been bad all around. I hope we can do something to make it up to you at some point. But we are worried about the plane in general. So I would beg you to look at the overall picture, especially when we give you information about different things. Putting aside our inadequacies, which again, I understand. There's very real danger. Not just from one group. Not just from a certain place. This entire plane could go down. And that's what we're trying to fix.
Yeah. And honestly, I think you should stop trying, because you're not doing a good job. Just kind of points to the door. Now get out.
Sorry, no chat. Princess just roasting us.
They're
Now
gonna
he's turning
roast
chat on
you.
us, guys.
Oh my gosh.
Go to emo only.
Oof, chat roasting y'all too. Oof.
So sad.
I mean, Heidi hasn't said anything untrue yet, so
I mean, 100%.
so hard part.
It's, yeah.
Oh.
Oh man.
So she'll kind of
Yeah.
like point to the door and wait to watch the 3 remaining people walk out.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll walk out.
You'll hear her like footsteps on the wood behind you, like thump thump thump, and you hear this like a latch getting locked as you guys close the door right behind you. And yeah, door closed.
Have like a half block down. I'm just waiting for the group.
Oh. Actually, before I left, could I have said something? I just remembered something that is kind of important.
Knock on the door and then.
Would you mind, or do you gonna make me knock on the door?
You're gonna have to knock on the door at this point.
Okay,
Gotta
I
get a
knock.
bless. Ezra lows rage.
We can always message her later. We still have the stone, right? Unless it's
I do.
urgent.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Hi.
Kind of like knock on the door and try to peer in. She just kind of like turns and like looks back at you as you stand there.
It's important. I just remembered something. I point, if Braun's there, I point to Braun. It's about him.
And he'll kind of look and she'll roll her eyes and walk back over to the door and open it up.
Yeah. I'll step inside. I don't want, if she lets me.
Okay, so you like try to push in. She just, what are you doing?
Please. Okay, listen. He is in trouble, right? I don't know if you've been back to Idgin's place, or who's investigated, or whatever. But if you give back what was taken from Vari, the charges will probably be dropped. I can try and arrange that. Take some of the pressure off.
Let's see what can be done.
Let me know if you do, and I can work on my end.
We'll see what can be done.
Be careful, Braun.
Always will be.
Love to see you both. And I will say to the 2 behind them, because I didn't say anything before, then I leave.
Sure. You can hear the door latch behind you.
Yep.
Yeah.
The deadbolt now this time.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, that was lovely.
It went about how I figured it would.
Hey, she agreed to keep us keep the stone and still communicate with us. That's not nothing.
It's
So we really need
all we have-
information. Or
Yeah.
different information.
It's all we have to offer at this point. We're not reliable for jobs.
Yeah.
Do you? We can walk away from the door. Obviously, we're not standing in front of
Yeah.
her door talking.
Yeah, we'd wait
We're
until
all
we're
saying-
Dad was a
like-
half block down already, so if you're trying to catch up to him,
Yeah.
you gotta get moving.
Yeah.
Right?
I'll say to Dav, do you regret telling her?
No. We're at a point where everyone needs to know the truth and they can make their own choices. Eventually, people realize what's happening. No different than everyone else not believing in us. So
Yes.
be truthful, and eventually the path will be laid. I'm just worried what sort of damage will be done until they understand what's up.
Isn't that how it goes? I think too. I mean, there was probably some grief in there too, in that reaction. I can't
Has to
hold
be.
it against anyone too much.
But I held my tongue. I wanted to
Good.
say a lot more.
I'm glad you didn't.
I know. Kicks a rock. Stupid rock.
Sulky rock kick.
Oh.
All right. Just try to keep her informed, I guess, and see what happens.
Look at that. Sorry.
What did you say? I didn't even hear you.
Said good luck with that, but okay, I'm fine. I don't need any. All the quips are
You
done.
know, it's usually I'm the one that's just so irately angry at Heidi.
You're welcome.
It just has to be a rule that one of the party members just like
Is
hates
always
the crap out of
Hey.
Heidi.
So
After
mad at
episode
her.
100, everything's backwards, I guess now. So
I guess.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
All right. Well, do we want to go to the Mr. Hawks's box, see what can be done, if anything?
I think
Let's see.
that's a good. Yeah. On the way back, is the inn like between those stops, like where we were in?
It's
we're
not
really-
directly, but it's close, so it wouldn't be too far out of your way.
Okay. Could we just pop in and see if they left a message at all? Watchlight.
Sure. Yeah, you just swing by
Something normally
and there's
doesn't
no message for you.
Okay.
looking out. Euphemia.
What's your name?
Uh-oh.
You're
Hey,
so
you!
sad.
Hey, you!
104
Sad
sessions
girl.
in and forgotten
I'm
names.
pretty
Like,
You, Nora? And I was like, no, that's definitely not it. And I was saying in my head, I was like, why does it sound weird? Euphemia.
It's
Euphemia?
gotta
I
be
think
wrong.
that's right.
That can't be right.
Sounds weird, you know, like when you say vacuum over and over again. Vacuum. It's like, anyways, Euphemia. When we fought the hacks, did you guys grab any of the stone that broke?
Yeah.
Do you have a small
When he-
piece I could study?
Winnie took some and I took some. Yeah,
I'd
I can give
Borrow
you
a
one of
piece
the
from
little.
one of you guys so I could study for a while.
I'll just hand you one of the little shards. I picked up a few.
Like get a project out. Thanks.
you go into Mr. Hawks's box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I walk back over to Euphemia.
Yes.
By the way, would you want to ask Mr. Hawks about something like this? See if he, or are you just trying to keep it secret for now?
I'm open to any information he could offer. I was going to give some to Watchlight if they want to talk to me, but they don't want to here. So I might have to wait till the other timeline. So we could ask him.
You wanted to ask before I, did it since it's your thing. So
Sure. Thanks.
back over and kicks another rock, ball of rock.
All right. So you head up to the market and you see that nice little shop with the box that opens and closes on the top of it. What's the correct name? The magic box of Mr. Hawks. And
Oh, I forgot that was the full name.
yes, the magic box of Mr. Hawks. And yeah, you show up and walk in, and there's people there doing business, and you're immediately greeted by a young, bright, cheery, blonde girl who pops up and, good morning, can I help you with something? Can I help with anything?
Right.
Oh, I remember you.
Oh, you remember me? Well, that's very kind of you. Yes. Hi, I'm Eden.
Yes. Eden, I've heard that Mr. Hawks is in.
Oh, yes, he's in today.
Is that true?
Yes. Do you need to speak with him?
Yes.
Sure, right this way. And she'll start leading you. First leading you towards the back of the store, where you are met by a guy with a long beard, draped in his robes, and just kind of turns when Eden approaches and Mr. Hawks, these people would like to speak with you. Thank you, dear. I'll go keep working. And she heads off. Hello. How can I help you?
I don't know if you remember us. We spoke to you a few months ago, I think.
Yes, your face is familiar to me.
Yes, we told you of a mishap affliction we were experiencing.
Hmm.
And I had asked you if you had any information about it. I was checking in on that, but hoping you could give us insight into some of the developments over the last few months as well.
These are very broad questions.
Yes.
Well, from my understanding, there's issues with the magic on this plane. I haven't been able to study it. I mean, I've been very busy with all my travels and my operations. So, unfortunately, I do not have anything to offer you there, probably outside of what you already know as a resident of this plane. It is interesting being here and experiencing it.
Yes, have you felt a difference when you come here?
Oh, just being more careful. Yes.
Yes. Have you been keeping up with the progression of the breakdown of this plane, or what's been happening?
I have been. Yes, it is very important for me to be aware of what's going on as operations here are interrupted.
If you've been keeping up, we are the four that were accused of causing this.
Hmm. In my shop. How about that?
Does he say so cheerful?
Is that sarcastic?
Yeah. Mood check.
Sure.
Please.
Go ahead and roll that
Oh,
insight.
I only got a 6.
Nat 20. 28.
Very nice. So, Phoebe, you almost get the vibe that he feels like the idea that you are the masterminds of destroying this plane is preposterous. And he's just kind of laughing it off with some humor here.
Oh, good.
That's nice.
Points for him. I like
Yeah,
him.
we love it. We love it.
So,
Well, we came to you with hopes that maybe you could give us some insight on our situation.
well, I can see what I can do. I don't want to promise anything, but I can
Yes.
try.
Do you know much about ancient magic?
This has been a topic you're looking into?
Yes.
Yeah.
We think it's connected.
And he looks over towards like a back corner and he's like, why don't we speak over here? And it's like an empty corner. And as you walk towards it, he just kind of waves his hand and 5 chairs appear just in that corner, just materializing all there.
Whoa.
Wow.
Cool.
Please have a seat.
Thank you. Sit down.
Yeah.
If I could spare a few moments here. What exactly are you looking to know? Why come to me about this?
No one else wants to talk to us.
And it's been very difficult to get any kind of information.
It's a very difficult
access.
conversation to have for most people.
Is it because of ignorance, or what do you mean?
Well, it's from long ago. It's all knowledge that people would have to hear about that's been passed along.
We only know one person currently that knew about any form of ancient magic, but that option has been exhausted for the moment. And we don't have enough information to go forward. Especially if you're all over in different planes. Might have picked up something.
So what would you like me to help you with on this?
Well, I'll just briefly explain. I'm not going to go into like giant amounts of detail because he doesn't have much time, but I'll kind of briefly explain like our problem.
Jumping. thing.
The jumping.
We can show him
and
the mark.
Yeah, we'll show him the mark.
I'll show him with the mark, the crystal with the hag's crystal as well.
Oh, so you give him a piece of the crystal? Okay.
As well as pointing to his eye. Just saying, we know these are all related to ancient magic as well, in different ways, but we don't know how they're all afflicting us.
So he'll look at your marking on the back, just say, huh. Very interesting. It's incomplete. It's something that I cannot discern what it is at this point, just with what's available. There are a few different directions it could go beyond this point. If you get more developments, you can let me know. I can see if I can help, but it's odd that it's spaced out how this is progressing.
It seems to be random too. There's no common denominator from what I can see of what
Trigger.
triggers us to
Yeah.
come back and have this mocking upon us.
Chaos incarnate.
Well, magic is that way. This stone in your eye, guard it carefully. I'll just give you like a little bit of a nod with that. And then he takes the bit of stone that you hand him from the hags, and he looks at it. Where did you find this?
We were trapped inside of it by a coven of hags.
Hags, yes. That makes sense.
Do you recognize it?
This is a shard of something called I want to make sure I say it right. One moment.
Do you have a pronunciation guide for yourself?
I just want to make sure I say the right thing. I don't want to. I gotta get to the right page. There it is. A shard of something called Ocklinks. I'll put that in the chat. Everybody wants to see how I spell that. It's a weird spelling.
Does that ring a bell for anything we've heard before? Like, even heard of?
If you are proficient in Arcana, I'll let you roll.
Well,
I'm not.
I will.
Or religion.
Religion!
No, I'm not. It's
Christian.
history.
Double dip.
Proficient.
Yeah, I have proficient in history.
Not,
Can I
not
roll
history.
twice since I'm proficient in both?
No.
Ah,
Pick one.
Nice try.
Worth a try. I'm blessed, aren't
You are blessed, yes.
Huh?
I? I shall use my blessing.
Okay.
If I can find a D4. All my games have been digital lately. I have all my dice backed up.
Oh no.
oh no. I got an 18 Arcana, by the way.
Okay, you have no idea what that is.
Nice.
Dang.
Oh boy.
Oh, math. 22 plus 3 is 25.
You have no idea what this is.
Dang.
Okay. Alrighty.
It was a high DC.
It's ancient magic. So,
Oh wow.
Cool.
I gave you a chance.
yeah.
If you get that bless back, we got another chat blessing. Let's roll that real quick. Ashley gets it this time.
Yay.
All right. So yeah, you have no idea what that is.
Okay.
But yeah, he just looks at this and Ocklinks. It
Do
is.
you know where it comes from?
Well, this comes from hags, typically.
Right.
It is a rather old ritual that they do to create these. It is a rather evil bit of stone here you have, created by very evil means. It is a sacrifice of a life, most commonly a young life, a young, pure, innocent life, to create this type of stone. And it is a vessel for great evil when they have these. It's part of their magic that they do to torment, to enslave, to drive people insane. They use this for quite a few other spells. So they kept you inside of one of them. That would make sense.
How rare is this?
It's fairly rare. You have just a broken shard of it here. It's probably not very useful in this form, but rare to have. I'd be careful with it. But
Could a piece like that be repurposed without having a threat of interacting with the more negative sides of it or the evil sides of it?
In the state this is in, I would say this would not serve much purpose as is. But a good memento.
Is there anything known about what happens? This hag coven you're dealing with, they took multiple young girls.
That's typical, yes.
It's just one that is needed to make one of these, or
Well, the more they have, the more potent it can become. But it is oftentimes a source of their curses that they'll do. They'll use this as a focus.
for basically everything they do.
It's a commonly used item. With the method of creation, it offers them a lot of power for their curses and other spells. Quite evil, yes. It's good you've destroyed this.
We are glad to. I selected Euphemia to see if she has anything else she wants to ask about it.
I don't think so. No.
I have a question about it, but she's looking at Euphemia to see her mood if, like, she asks, because it's like a sensitive question.
Oh, okay. I mean, if
So-
she looks like she's checking with me, she'll just shrug
Yeah.
and be like, "Go for it."
Is there any recorded information known about what happens to the victims that are sacrificed to this? Not just their bodies, but their souls.
How are all of your moods in this moment? He is definitely inciting all of you right now as this question's being asked.
Very somber.
Yeah, say somber, but also like hanging on what he's gonna say.
Yeah, I think Euphemia looks pretty pale, but she is paying attention. Like she's listening to what he's saying.
Well, anything could be possible. Could be very little that happens, but in some cases, I believe the soul is destroyed.
If it's not destroyed, would it have been potentially trapped?
There's that potential, yes.
Oh, within the crystal, you're saying? Yes. If it was trapped in the crystal, would that stand to reason it would just go free?
If the crystal was destroyed, that would be the most likely outcome, I would say.
Interesting. Thank you.
Of course. And as you guys watch him, he kind of like moves, and you can see this like green shimmer in his beard, like in his hair, and he just looks a little odd. Like he's kind of like elven looking, like Kith looking to you, but just different in some ways.
Also, I'm sorry. Can I go back? Am I able to insight his answer if he was being like, if he was like trying to give us a little bit of hope, like, oh, sometimes they're not destroyed, or is it like did seem like he was being honest about that.
Sure, you can roll insight.
Oh, I got at 24.
Wow.
You get a sense that he is reading the room and trying to
No, it's a
give some
sensitive
hope
topic.
for something. But
Okay, but it's most likely like
it's
not a good prognosis.
It's not a good thing, but he's trying to
Yeah.
offer some hope.
Okay, that's how I was getting that impression, but I just wanted to see if he was like, okay, I'm gonna be on it, or if it was like a little spun. Okay, just
Yeah,
wondering.
I mean, saying like, I mean, anything could be possible is kind of his.
Yeah,
Right?
Who knows
Oh,
what
yeah.
could be,
Yeah.
but
and obviously I'm not gonna mention anything, even if I kind of insight that, I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna like make the same
Well,
decision he did, which is like we can use some
The
hope.
way he said it, she already had kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, it's like, I know you're saying it. I know that look.
Yeah, I sort of give Euphemia a second to see if she needs anything else before I change his subject.
I think him talking about the soul, she does have another question now. She if they used a soul to create this and we felt like while we were trapped they could be getting power from tormenting us, it would stand to reason that soul would have experienced a very similar thing then. Yeah. If it didn't get destroyed, if it was somehow in there.
if you experience some sort of torment within this gem, within the stone, if the soul used to create this was also in there, I think that is highly likely, unfortunately.
Thank
But-
you.
It's quite evil, quite wicked and evil.
You mentioned earlier that you thought that this mark could go a few different directions. Do you have any thoughts on what that would be? So at least we can sort of prepare for what to expect.
Well, with the general layout of your marking on your back, there is definitely some intense focusing that's happening and does appear to resemble certain conjuration circles that are created, how they're laid out, but they're different than most in some of the lines that are connecting it. It doesn't seem to follow all the rules of magic as it's typically done these days, I would say.
So would the person doing it have to know, or creature, whatever doing it, have to know something like ancient then? If you're not doing it these days, if it's like that, it's like the origin of something, I guess. That makes sense.
It could be ancient, it could be someone who crafted their own magic, or it's a new interpretation of a spell. It could be a few different things, but it is not something I can fully understand at this point.
Conjuration would be... That's concerning.
Well, anything that's on your back like this is concerning, but yes, conjuration absolutely has concerns to it.
Every time we switch, things seem to get worse here. My alarm went off, sorry.
I needed that a couple hours ago.
Well, perhaps there is some connection to your transporting with the conjuration, as that is within that school.
I was just gonna ask. Yeah.
True.
But perhaps there are more elements to it as well that have not been revealed yet.
Like pulling us towards something, right?
It could be. I have suspicions there may be some transmutation elements with how this is laid out, but I'm not 100% sure at this point either.
Transmutation.
Like turning into a box.
Sure. That is an example of potential transmutation that could happen.
You hear Dow growl a little bit.
You get another bless there, Mike.
Thanks, because he's thinking of being a box. Thanks, Jeff.
The thing I there was a force in between the two worlds that I witnessed. There's a flow of magic resting in a void between these two worlds. I could see it's like the bottom of both of them. In the middle was a flow. I could see souls being pulled into it. Souls of ones that had just died. I had died at the time. That's why I saw. You heard of anything like that happening?
I have not. It's quite unusual.
In the other place, they said resurrection didn't work. I think it's because of that. Because they resurrected me, and I was able to break free and avoid it. So my body was brought back.
It also makes sense why they can't travel if they're tethered. So.
Very curious. I'm sorry I cannot be of more assistance with you. It's matter.
I mean, it's good to know, even by process of elimination, if you're as well traveled as you are, and you've not heard of it. If you know of ancient magic and you've not heard of it, that means this is something new.
I'm not all-knowing, but this is new to me.
Wow, a humble wizard. We don't meet many of those.
Well, when you've been around as long as I have, you learn you are not always as impressive as you may think you are.
Didn't take me long to figure out that one.
And you'll keep learning that lesson as you grow older.
Good to know.
Do you have any recommendations on how we might be able to control this marking? We were able to talk to Stastrom a bit about it, and his recommendation was to tame what is wild and uncontrolled, to subdue it. but I don't know practically how that would work.
I just see Deb light up when you say that. Like, yeah, that sounds so cool.
Yes, to try and control the flow of magic. That is the arrogance that I avoid. You do not control magic. You allow it to flow through you. In most cases, it allows you to bend it in the direction you want it to go. Are all of you users of magic?
Yes.
Yes.
And each of you casts differently, it seems.
Yes.
There are many ways people perform arcane and magical acts. Some via the help of some figure higher than them, flowing into you and giving you that ability. Some born with it and having innate abilities. Some pulling from the world around you. Using the magic in everything. Some through study. And the various laws of the arcane. In all these cases, none of them truly have power. They're using the power of magic from whatever source they get it from. That's an important thing to remember. So when it comes to your idea of trying to control this, I think it's more of a respect for it and trying to work with it.
I agree.
I mean, that is sound wisdom. I don't deny it. But all that it's done thus far is make things worse. How do you work with something that has no rational ability? I'm not really sure how to word it, but
The flow of magic is... It is not like a creature to be tamed. It's not a person to try and convince. It is a force that does as it pleases.
a river of water.
Some ways it is like a unrelenting flow of water. And you can build your flows off of it, your channels. Perhaps you'll be able to direct it in a direction. But that flow could increase and tear apart a bridge that is built over it, or break down a dam that is trying to hold it back, or it could dry up. There's not real control.
It's a redirection.
In a way. There are some people I know who are born with a magic to their being, just who they are, a connection to the flow of magic. And they experience very similar things to these mishaps that are described to happen here. And in certain cases, they are able to have a little bit of a influence over the flow of magic. But it is more of a partnership at that point. There is still randomness. They still can put their influence in. Perhaps that is something you could pursue.
Do you know someone that we could reach out to that may have experience to share like this?
Well, I'm not familiar with anybody on this plane that could do this.
Okay.
I don't know everybody here. I only know some. Perhaps I've met somebody and they just haven't told me.
Sure.
It could be something you could be on the lookout for. But yes, it is possible. That is what I would like to pass on to you with this is I believe it is possible. I just want you to make sure you respect magic and not try to enslave it.
Of course. That makes sense to me.
Oh yeah, I've already tried to interact with it before, and definitely know it's something to be respected.
I mean, respected, sure, but trusted? I mean, can you trust it? Because look.
Can you ever trust magic? Especially one that's acting chaotically?
Well, you use magic, don't you?
Yes.
So you must have some level of trust for it.
I mean, gets me to where I have to go, I guess. Seems to derail us half the time, more than anything. There are deaths here.
Well, if magic is acting up, perhaps it is crying out for help.
Like the rest of this place.
It is quite possible that all of the pain, all of the abnormalities, all of the mishaps.
Say it like Karis, it'll help you.
Are just that, a cry of distress.
Someone said to us that he believed that because of what happened to us, magic shows us. Does that line up with what you're saying then?
That perhaps may be true.
It's an interesting perspective. We are operating blindly here, so like I said, any sense of direction is desperately needed. So thank you.
Well, glad I could be of some assistance. I do hope you find your way.
Thank you.
Anything else I can do for you?
I did have one more thing to ask him, Mark, but I have to go to the bathroom so bad. I cannot think.
Okay.
So, can we take a break?
You want a break now?
Yes, I cannot think.
Okay.
I've been waiting for like 20 minutes. I can't do it. I'm so
Alright.
sorry.
One more thing. We'll come back after the break and talk about that one more
Yeah,
thing.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Perfect.
Bodies are scheduled for the break. We
Yes,
know
it
to
is.
happen.
really are.
I
Alright.
know. It's so
All
bad.
right. Break time. Here we go, everybody. See you soon.
Thanks.
All right, we're back as we are mid-conversation with Mr. Hawks of the Magical Box. And you said you had something else you wanted to ask him.
Yes. I had two things. One, I was just going to ask him, do you know if it would be possible to take someone from that second timeline and bring them back here? That's what we've been tasked with.
I have no clue on that one.
Okay. I guess it'd have to be decided if the marking is the only way to travel back or if there's another way to do that even.
Perhaps.
I also had come to you a few months ago and had asked you about a situation I was dealing with in my home. At the time, all I knew was that I was dealing with a monster that possessed someone else. Now, I've found out that I think there's a group called the Grave Robbers. I don't know if you've heard much of them, if you're here often or not.
I've heard rumors from the desert, I believe.
Yes. Seems like they have ties to both Aladius necromancy and demonic abilities of some level. I think that might be the nature of the possession.
Interesting. Well, that is some good discoveries you seem to have found out.
I didn't know if you have heard of similar ways of operating that I might be looking out for, or a way to potentially free the ones that are controlled. I have one who's my brother that I believe I witnessed some sort of deal. The other, I think, is controlled.
Well, in many cases that things like these can happen, well, the most, I guess, direct, not necessarily the easiest, but direct way is most often to slay the source of the control. It's generally the most direct way to do that. There may be certain magic that could stop that kind of a connection. Not all are effective, depending on the nature of the control, but it could be possible. And some are just a duration that could be reconnected over and over and over. And once that initial duration ends, if it is not reconnected, it may not continue. So there are many ways it could be formed. It just would depend on the nature of that connection.
Is there a way to be able to know what it is?
If you found out what was making the connection, that might help bring some insight on that. but unfortunately, it's challenging. You could attempt to be with the individual, and if one of you can perform an identifying spell on them, you could see potential of any magic that is on that individual, but some of these connections may not show up as a spell that is affecting them. It is more of a binding of a soul in certain circumstances.
Can one be coerced into binding their soul without their true consent?
You can certainly be tricked, yes.
Coerced but tricked, right?
Yes, you can be tricked into making deals.
The creature and my brother are one, as far as I can tell. But I could tell when the two were talking and who was who. And at one point, the creature did demand to my brother that he give him everything. And he said that he would. It was to spare my life, but does that sound like that to you then? That's what I've been worried about.
The way you are describing it, it sounds deeper than a spell.
So that means the only way to free him is to kill whatever is controlling him.
Or convince it to release your brother.
Is there a reason why a creature like that would desperately be holding on to another family member? That's vague. My son was with him. He refused to relinquish him to me. And I know it's an aspect of control and different things like that, but there's always been a part of me that has been worried that there was some other plan for him, aside from keeping up appearances.
I'm unsure about that.
There's no commonly known, like, moving hosts or different things like that.
Not that I am aware of, but I am not an expert when it comes to demonology or fiends. It's not my area of specialization.
All right. Well, that did help. Thank you.
Yes, I do wish you luck in your suits there.
Thank you.
I did have a quick question.
Yes.
That was like eating some of his rations. Was it-
Oh,
something
please.
I
And
don't
he'll like wave his hand and a tray of like pastries will appear before you.
Oh, cool. I mean,
What?
Wow.
you
Nice.
Been snacking.
know, it's not needed, but wow, that looks really good. Thank you. So, kind of curious. You were speaking about protecting this, which I understand. Is there a way? I've heard of like clerics or the divine being able to determine if something's good or evil or cursed. Is there a way to not necessarily know the item, but if one is connected to it or attuned to it on the other side, if that thing that is utilizing an object is good or evil? If I'm, let's say, connected to something through this stone, is there any way to identify its this?
Don't think you can do that with those means. But if you connect to it, perhaps you can learn from its desires, its intentions, its words, that nature.
Yeah. Never been a good judge of character. I usually leave that up to these amazing people over here. But hopefully that, like you said, that will maybe create an opening. Could something evil be able to manipulate artifacts that were of good design? Be able to trick themselves into presenting themselves that way?
Most items are just a tool that can be used by whoever has it. There are potentially certain places or items that could have a restriction based upon them in some way, shape, or form. But those are rare and not completely effective.
All right. That's fair. Thank you. That's a good one, Wantage. Broke me.
Is there anything else you need from me?
I don't think of anything. I don't think so.
We got all the items or spells we were looking for, right? Nothing else.
Yes.
Well, feel free to take a Danish on the road with you. And
Oh, thank you very much.
it is a pleasure to see you again.
Weren't we gonna sell something? We could
Yeah, I mean,
sell-
we can. Yeah, we could probably do with an attendant here, but good.
Well,
Because
you
I
got
had
the
like
storage
100
right here,
worth
you
on
might be able to give you extra.
something.
Just kidding. That makes me realize this says that out loud.
Well, have a wonderful rest of your day. Please let me know if you need anything else for your magical needs. I will be of your service.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
He'll go back to work in the shop. As you all stand up, the chairs will dissipate and disappear.
That was fun.
They're
And
disappearing?
any unclaimed Danishes will also disappear.
Oh no!
You did say
I
you
did.
grabbed
I
some.
was taking an extra grab in my bag since he like was. So I nibbled on a little bit, but I have 2 of them in my bag. So.
Okay.
It's important.
It is.
Tab
Never
would
know.
not do the whole train through his bag at the end.
All
I'll
right.
sell the stone here.
Oh, the
Actually,
stone.
he doesn't.
Which one?
Let me look. I think
got
it
it in
was
a
worth
mishap,
100
yeah.
gold. I got it in a mishap. Oh, a polished spinel, 100 GP.
Okay. So resell, like value, they'll give you 80%, so 80 gold for it.
That's fine. Unless you'll let me roll. I can never tell when you'll let me roll.
No, it's 75% most times. They're giving you a deal. 80%.
Okay. Okay.
I played Ava in the correct campaign.
Yep.
This is just a flat 80 for you there.
Actually pretty good as a resale.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was
That's
impressed.
It's usually
How
like
poor
between
we are.
70 to 80 is kind of the range I'll go with for a lot of that, and I gave you the high end.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time remembering. I feel like for some reason, did we lose our weapons or give up our weapons recently in a
You
fight?
sold a lot of them.
Did I sell my rapier?
I thought
I
you
don't
sold
think so.
something.
You
You
sold
did
like a
sell something.
crossbow.
I sold a crossbow and a bunch of other stuff. Another short sword I got rid of.
Did you
Yeah.
Did I
give
get rid of
somebody
those
a
rapiers?
rapier? I think you gave somebody a rapier.
That's what I'm wondering, because I have it unchecked, but it's... Unless I buried it. Did I bury it?
Or is that what
it
you
was?
left up at north?
I think that's what it was. I left it up
I
there.
think that
Yeah.
was what you left up north.
Because I was like, I had
Oh.
Mycom's
Yeah.
tie
Yeah.
on it. And I was like sitting here like, what did I do with that thing? Okay. But I have it unmarked because like eventually I want to get a new one. So that's
That was in B that you did that.
Timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other one.
cool.
Okay.
But they're like $25, so I'm not like we'll wait.
All right. Anything else at the shop you want to do?
I don't think we need anything
Look
else.
around for like 30 minutes and looking on. Have fun.
Okay.
Forget things for a little bit for Dev.
Yeah, we'll let him play for a bit.
Yes. There's lots of fun magic things to look at and see here. A lot of magic items that are too expensive for you guys, unfortunately.
Right?
Pick a card, pick a card. Look, pick a card. It's a coin behind you here.
The what?
It's a magic trick. See?
Oh,
For people that
aren't
aren't
you showing my
magical.
card?
That has nothing to do with anything. It's a distraction.
Oh, okay.
I'd have to buy it to learn that one.
Just kind of dismayed, like, oh, okay.
Oh.
What do I do with
Card
this
is really
card?
good. What about this card, though?
Is
I don't
it
understand.
a wizard of threes? Stupid trick anyway.
All right. Yeah. After the shop, anything else you guys want to go to?
Is the inn or watchlight closer from here?
From where you are, the inn would be a little closer.
Okay. If that's okay, I'll run back over there and check again and see if they left any word.
Sure. You run back over, no word.
Is it like early afternoon at this point?
Yeah, probably about that.
I'm wondering if we should go ask Watchlight again about that appointment, or if we should just go up to the asylum.
Either one, I think. I could see.
I mean, I suppose we could ask and still go up there. Is that all right with all of you?
Sorry for the day.
She'll kind of march over to the Watchlight,
Okay.
the nearest Watchlight.
So you go marching over there, like the actual headquarters or the Like any random guy on the street.
Probably the headquarters.
Okay.
Haven't had great luck with the other way.
So you head over there. There's some guards out front who see you approach, and they kind of look at you, and they all seem to realize who you are as you're approaching.
Famous now.
Oh.
Hi. I am checking in to see about the appointment that was being made with the asylum doctor.
You don't know when your appointment is?
I was told that Watchlight would let me know, and I haven't heard from them, so I was checking.
You
to
sure
see
you
if
didn't
there's
lose
an
it?
update on that.
You just forgot and you don't want to admit it?
I'm sure. I have been checking all day where I assumed they would leave word where we were staying.
I don't know.
Is there someone you could please ask for me?
Turns to the guy next to him. Do you know when the appointment is? No, I don't.
Oh my
Doesn't seem like my job to know that. Sorry, I don't know.
Is
Is there
there
anyone we could speak to about it, please? She
Yeah.
is
Hey, you
just
know
very concerned about
where
her mom.
what time the appointment's at? No, I don't. Sure you have an
Can I
appointment?
please speak? Yes. Can I please speak with someone who would know this, since you don't know?
Hey, you know how long you want us to do this routine?
Was these the same guys we talked to yesterday, or are they different
No,
guys?
they're different guys.
Oh,
Couple
okay.
young watchlight guys.
Did we get the name of the person? I feel like that we would have. We did it last minute, like really fast at the end of the session, so.
I mean, if you remember back, the person seemed very reluctant to even try to help you, but they said they would
Yeah.
set up something.
Right. They reluctantly said it, yeah.
Can I lean over and be like, I don't think there is an appointment. I think they might have just lied to you, to get you to go away.
You know, that's fine. I don't know why I expected you to help anyway. Why would you care about anyone? She'll just turn around and leave.
Hear that? We don't care about anybody. Yeah. It's been the wrong business.
They're just having a good time.
They are,
Oh,
they
yeah.
are.
Comedy routine.
Yep.
Oh, man.
They're laughing it up
Yeah,
as you walk away.
What'd you say?
That takes a
They're
second.
just laughing it up as you. They're laughing it up to each other as you guys are turning to walk away. But
As they're laughing, and before Dabs turns around, he just takes a second. I hope one day you don't ever have to worry about your family and have people treat you like that. And I'll just turn around and follow.
yo, you threatening me?
No. But eventually, I hope you find some nices for someone.
You hear like a footstep from one guy behind you. You look back, and the other one has his arm in front of him and is like, not worth it.
I was about ready to make a ruckus to get a supervisor for you. I was about to
Stop.
go Karen mode on them if they touched it. Self-defense! Self-defense! He's gonna do Thunderwave in a different direction and just be like, make a noise.
All
They-
right, let's go.
they stop.
Let's go. I'm also probably hurting Dab.
Probably. Do you think, based on our new connection, we should just be able to push a little at the asylum?
Just break it.
No.
Shut
But,
up.
well, let's ask.
That's what I mean.
Let's ask.
Yeah.
But we can't wield his name around. That's not going to.
I'm
do
not
anything.
saying that. I just think we should be able to push a little.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be a reason to, but we can ask, yes.
Right.
If we can't get in, go caffeine me.
If we can't get in, I'll leave a note for the doctor, but I really do need to speak with them before we leave. I just really have to make this happen.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
So we're gonna go to the asylum.
Take a hike out there.
All right. So you get on the rail system and start riding around up that direction. You make your way out to that more quiet part of town, in the northwest portion. And you see the Silent Lake Asylum out there. You walk up to the gate, and you were met by one of the guards there, just kind of on patrol, and I can help you.
My mother is a patient here, and I really need to speak with whoever is in charge of her care before I have to leave town. It's very important.
Who's your mother?
Lucetta, Dryden.
Okay. Yeah, one moment. He'll kind of begin to lead you towards the door.
She looks a little surprised for a second. She'll follow him.
Can we all go, or is he? If we all like start to follow,
Are all of you coming?
if you'll let us.
If it doesn't seem like they're gonna be like have a problem with it, then
Actually, I'm just gonna let her come in. It's a little much. You guys have a lot of stuff on you too, so you three stay. Just her. So he'll lead you inside and kind of explain why you're there, and they say, well, we'll get the doctor.
Thank you for your help.
Mm-hmm. And then a little bit later, Dr. Jean Tabner comes out. Good afternoon. Can I help you? You need to speak with me?
Yeah, I don't want to take too much of your time. I just has my mother been doing all right? Has anything changed in the last few days?
Well, I heard you did come see her a little bit ago. So you have seen her dramatic improvement from what she was experiencing.
Yes.
Since then, there hasn't been much change, but it's positive to see her much more lucid and aware of her surroundings.
Right. Do you happen to have any thoughts on how that change occurred, or I do have information that I think would be helpful for you.
She mentioned you helped her.
Yeah. Yeah, I know the reason I figured all of this out was working on a case with Watchlight. Some of that got delayed. I'm not sure how far it would have been Edison had gotten on that. Are you aware of the connection to PAGs?
I've heard about that being a possibility.
It was Hags.
Well, that's good for you to tell me. Thank you.
I think she had been trapped. I'll explain what we just learned from the wizard about the Oculinks? Is that what he said?
Ocklinks.
Ocklinks. I'll basically say like they created a crystal that she was trapped in part of her was trapped in. But we destroyed it, so that's where she sort of returned to herself.
Well, thank you for this information.
When we all got out, there were some lingering effects, strange behaviors, things just not quite right. And I am seeing some of that in her, I think. But we were able to fix that with greater restoration.
Okay. Good to know.
So, I hope that is helpful for
Yes. Thank you.
her. Do you know, has my father been contacted at all since her condition improved?
I believe he may have been. I'm not in charge of that. I'm more of a patient care doctor than anything. But
Okay.
potentially Watchlight or someone in the administration may have contacted him.
I haven't been able to speak with Watchlight on this. They won't give me any other information, so I don't know how closely they've been watching. If there's a way to check if he has or not, if he could be notified, is that possible?
Can ask again to see if anybody knows anything, but if
Thank you.
no one's aware, I can double check and see something be sent. Yes.
Thank you. I'm going to be gone for a while. I just wanted to make sure that you had information in case it can help her.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Is there anything I can do to continue to help, or?
Sounds like you did a lot already.
Would it be possible to see her one more time?
I believe that can be arranged for a little bit.
Thank you.
So she'll lead you back towards her room.
Does the doctor seem like she pretty much believed what I was saying?
You can do an insight roll.
I'm gonna use my bless just in case.
Okay.
26.
She seems like she's listening. You get the
I know it's
sense
a lot of
that
info.
you get the sense that she's not really trying to make any judgments one way or the other, whether or not you're telling the truth. It's more she's just like listening
Sure.
and more involved in like the patient care side of things than anything. It's not so much trying to like prove what you're saying is true or false. So
Right. Okay, cool. That's sort of what she was hoping and banking on, but
yeah.
okay. Awesome.
Makes sense.
So she'll lead you back and you'll head into the room of your mother and you'll see her. She'll kind of turn to you. Ah, Effie. Good to see you.
Hey. I'm really glad to see you again. The doctor said you're doing pretty good.
Yeah, and she'll watch because her eyes kind of like go up towards your wispy hair for a moment, and she'll kind of like try to like pat it down a little bit, and there's a little puffiness in your hair.
That stays like that now.
Ah, yes. Glad you're doing okay. She'll kind of continue to like pat your hair a little bit, like trying to tame it a little bit.
She'll let her do it. She kind of is suspecting what's up. They may do a couple more things to help you based on information I was able to give them. So yeah, I think still think you're in really good hands here.
Yes. Thank you.
I did send a note to Dad. It's gonna take a little while. And they're gonna contact him too. If they haven't already.
She'll kind of like adjust your coat a little bit.
She like pauses and watches her for a second. I have to go for a while, and I don't know when I'm gonna be back.
Okay. You'll be safe.
I'll do my best. Yeah, to be safe.
There's a little look of concern that hits her face as you say that.
Like, it's my job to keep people safe. So.
Whose job is it to keep you safe?
Well, they take care of me too.
Well, who keeps you all safe?
All we have right now is each other. So I'm just hoping that's enough.
She starts to like pull on one of your sleeves down a little bit, like almost like she's evening it out on your wrist compared to the other ones.
I'll be thinking of you a lot and sending you love. Okay? I wish I could stay longer.
Okay.
And when I can, I'll come back, or I'll find you.
Okay.
So I hope you can just rest and get better. Okay.
I will.
All right. She'll give her a hug.
I'll hug you too. And kind of feel her patting your hair a little bit. And
that hair is never gonna get. She's gonna be doing that the rest of her life. She gives her a little kiss on the cheek and just says really quietly, like, "I love you, and I'll come back."
Love you too.
I think she'll make her exit before she starts to lose her composure, but definitely as she like closes the door, she looks a little teary.
Okay. Your mom just kind of stands there in the middle of the room, just like arms kind of slightly outstretched a little bit as you walk away. And door's closed. I'll walk you out, says the doctor.
Thank you again for looking out for her.
Yes. It's good to see her turn around.
I'm glad. I've wanted to help for a while.
Yes. Shall see where things go from here.
Yeah, I'll try and check back in when I can.
All right. Sounds good.
So, yeah, she'll head back out then. That's it.
Okay. Yeah. You getting let out the front door? Was there anything you guys want to do while Euphemia's gone? Do you want to party without her or anything?
Oh yeah, we're leaving and finding a new druid for sure.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
This one is lame.
A
She's
bald
too
one
mopey.
specifically.
A bald druid.
yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Chat was talking in
Yeah,
depth.
way
about
too much hair.
bald.
Yeah. She says all the time, it's too much.
Oh my gosh.
I can't think of anything.
I don't think we'd leave her, right? Anyway.
Like
Okay,
at
I
the
think
asylum?
Yeah.
No, yeah, we were waiting outside.
Okay. Yeah, she comes back out.
Go.
It was good. I just I told the doctor how we fixed our lingering effects to see maybe that will work for her.
Good.
Yeah. I gave her the best rundown I could really fast on what I think she needed to know, and yeah, not sure if my dad will come or if he'll make an excuse and not make it. But I think it would help her to see him. I think it would help both of them.
I hope he will.
Dav knows you female well enough by now. She definitely looks like she needs a hug. But
She'll take it, yeah.
okay. Dav
Yeah, she'll
doesn't
take
know if she's like open for it, so he just like takes a step forward with like the hands kind of out and just like sees her reaction.
Yeah. She'll kind of like bonk into you a little bit, yeah.
It's okay.
Thanks.
You did good.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm glad we got in. I'm not sure.
Yeah, shouldn't have wasted time with Watchlight, apparently.
Yes, it's usually the case, unfortunately.
She's kind of like looking up at the sign over the gate and everything else, like taking it in one more time. Just like, I think we should go.
All right. Just rub your back as we leave.
Hey, I had a question for you. Kind of like his attempt to distract her as they're walking away. The stone, I mean, from what we've heard, I definitely don't think it's going to be usable for any sort of project I had in mind if it's bad. Do you have any plans for it?
I was gonna give them to Addison for the Watchlight over there to look at in case they're helpful. Still relevant.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to hold on to that one, you can. I have a couple more. Fine.
I had something in mind, and I don't think you'd want it anyway. I was thinking about maybe cleaning it up and making it into something pretty, but I don't think you'd want to hold on to something like this. So
It's that's nice of you to think of that, Dev. I don't want to keep it.
I thought it out.
Thanks.
I'll just hand it back.
Okay, she'll stick it back in her stuff.
He's gonna see if maybe there's something he could use with death, but
Hmm.
he might examine it later, but he doesn't think it'll be reusable.
You can always ask for it back.
Just examining it, but yeah, but then he was thinking about like shaving it and putting like a design on it. Then he's like, yeah, if it's just hate and evil, like that's a fun little thing to hold on to.
Her sister might have been sacrificed to make this thing.
Yeah.
I
The
don't
more
know.
like hearing, I was like, mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I
want to
kinda
wear
wondered-
the necklace?
Go
Right?
back to making straws.
I was like, oh, I like your necklace. Thanks, it's my sister. They're like, oh, sure.
Thanks.
Aw.
Thanks.
It's my tormented sister's soul, you know.
I have to wear it because Dad gave it to me, and you know, he gave it to me.
He'll be real sad if I say no. It's-
I can't regift it.
How do you
Oh my
Awkward.
god, you regret it. Oh, it's just an interesting fun stone. Don't worry about it.
All right. Where are you guys going to now?
I would stop by Stastrom's place to drop off stuff for Julian. Usually
Okay.
was with the guards or something.
All right. So you head over to Stastrom's home, and you can even look up and see there's floating towers kind of around the area, and just kind of like looking to see if you can spot the right one.
Yeah, can I see? I don't know if I could.
Well, you
but-
don't know necessarily which one it is. That's
Yeah, that's
So-
true.
so you'd have to guess, but you do see some floating towers up there. You're met at the door
She's definitely
by
looking for
a genasi, and this is a Earth genasi, and he sees you approach, and I can take those from you. He'll gently kind of take them all.
Thank you.
Anything else you need?
I do not think so. We could just get that to my son, if possible.
Of course. Oh, and he looks like behind you, and he gives like a little bit of a bow. And
I'll look.
behind you, you turn and you see Stastrom standing right behind you.
Oh my gosh, dang it!
I knew it.
Well,
Hmm. What brings you for here?
hello, Stastrom. I'll like kind of incline my head. Is delivering something for my son before we are off.
Actually, I'm sorry, really fast. Can I have waited outside? I don't know if I'd go into the tower. I think I'd be a little nervous. This isn't
I mean, you're not
gonna-
inside the building, but yeah, if you wanted to stay far away, you can.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. I'm just gonna be. Anyway, that's all.
Okay. So he'll look at three of you. What brings
I already
you here?
answered. Did you not remember me?
Oh. Well,
Jeez,
Do you want me to say it
you're
again?
stressing about that.
I can say it again.
yeah, what'd you say?
You forgot. Do you hear what I said, Stastrom? No, I'm just kidding.
Damn.
Yeah.
Our kill.
Oh no, his tower's gone. I said, I told him hello, and then I basically said, I was delivering something I could hope to get to my son before we leave.
Yes. Well, it is good that you are here. It's almost as if you knew I needed to speak with you as well.
Oh.
Hmm.
What does it
He
mean?
kind of looks back in the direction where Winnie's like standing off away and just, well,
I don't need to talk to her anyway.
and he reaches into a pouch on his side and he brings out these, they're like the size of jam jars that are, they have a lid on it and there's like a seal over the top of it, like one of those like paper seals, you know, where like if you twist it, it will break the paper. Type of a steel. It's like sealed up over the top of it. These jars that you can't see through them, but they look like they're made of glass, likely, but you can't see into them. Whatever is inside is blocked off. You can't see. But he hands each of you one, and for her, and he just kind of holds out the last number 4 for whoever wants to take it.
I'll take. Oh yeah, never mind. You can take it.
Female grabs. Okay. These are my first mission for you. The next time you end up in this other world, I would like for you to open this jar to collect some of the essence of the world for me to study. Should be quite simple, just twist open, we'll capture what it needs, and you will turn the lid on. Do not open them before that, as it will mess up the process. But once you get there, 4 good samples should be enough to hopefully provide some insights for me. Is this something you feel like you can accomplish?
Yes, as long as you don't mind the timetable, we're not sure when we will be there. Is that all right?
Yes, that is understandable. As you're holding these 2 jars, Euphemia, you feel almost like a tiny bit of moving, and like you hear like these small little clinks from inside the glass. It just feels like they're kind of like shifting a little bit, like something maybe inside is moving.
Yeah, okay. Oh boy.
It's very slight. Very, very slight.
Okay. I'm not gonna say anything.
I will know if you open the jars beforehand. So please do as you're told.
Of course. We'll make sure it's done. Are we permitted to ask anything else about this, or
What else do you
is that
need to
all
know?
you wish to share?
How hard is it to open a jar? You need more than that?
Curiosity is it, but if that is all you require, that is what we will do.
You open the jar, you collect some of the essence, the attunement of that world in this jar, and then you return it to me so I can look into it.
Understood.
I do have a question, actually.
Yes.
Do you know if this is going to... Are you pretty sure this will make it through the transition over there?
Well,
What's
from
in
what
here?
I've been told, everything on your person has been transmitted just fine. Correct? You've never lost any of your property.
Living creatures seem to have a problem. We've seen people die when exposed to it.
I am not sending any living creature with you. It is a jar.
Checking.
Wonderful. Is that all?
That is all. There's nothing else.
Looks to you, Dav. You understand your assignment?
Open the jar, bring it back.
Good. I'll go deliver this to your son personally. He'll take the items from the Genasi and begin to walk inside.
She'll as he does it, she's just like, can I say goodbye to him?
He looks back to you. You have your book. And he keeps walking.
I knew he would.
That was gonna ask her to ask anyway.
Yeah.
What's worse? He's gonna say no.
Yeah, she I don't know. Today's been kind of rough. She just looks like she's blinking back some tears and it just kind of turns on her heel a bit and we'll leave.
You get a very similar pat on the back that you may got
Yeah.
from us earlier.
Right.
Back to the end.
There's something in here. I felt it move.
Could be part of the spell itself that he used. If he said that there's nothing living.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't some creature we were bringing over,
No, it was smart. It was a smart question.
but it could still be a problem.
I wouldn't be surprised if we have to fight it if it does survive.
mean, the worst that can happen is we do what he asked, and if it doesn't work, then I don't think we'll be blamed.
No, but it could be a test and a punishment, or a test for strength at the same time. Be ready.
Really hope it's just samples. She says as she shoves the one in her bag.
I say just enough to like kind of end the conversation, especially because we're like still near the palace. Just be like, we'll do it no matter what, and I put it in my bag.
Yeah, he's about to say something similar. Like either way,
Yeah.
same outcome.
Right. You can give Winnie hers when you catch up with her.
Yep. Yeah.
Is this picking up the fireworks at all through the mic? I'm just wondering.
No.
I saw it turning green when I heard it. I'm like, oh my god.
I did not hear
Uh-oh.
anything.
We're being really loud outside
I don't
too,
hear
so I'm
anything.
trying to like try not to get distracted. I'm trying to mute it because there's a lot of so I don't know if anyone's here. I've been muted, but I don't know if anyone hears
No, I haven't heard
noise. I'm
anything.
sorry.
Nope.
Okay.
I was gonna make a mention like, oh man, these haven't reached people are really celebrating today.
But you head back towards the end, you said? Okay. Anything you want to do at the end when you get there?
Can I I mean, they told me about everything. Can I examine the jar? Obviously, don't open it, but can I just like look at it really close and see if I like hear anything? Because if we said shared something,
Sure.
like informed us later.
Instantly lift the sticker to examine it.
So you're just more listening to for like maybe hear what's inside or something?
Yeah, and just like looking, like trying to like look at it through the light, like basically try and like just see if there's anything of note. I guess.
Roll perception for me then.
I have blessed, don't I?
You do.
I'm gonna use it. Why not? 21.
Okay. So as you're examining this, I mean the jar is completely opaque. You can't see into it at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
The seal on it is, I mean, it's secured, but it easily could be broken if you did end up twisting this open. But as you're kind of moving it around and like looking at it, you do feel like that slight shift, like something in it is moving. You hear this occasional clink of something against the glass. It's like this really soft, like tick, but it's not much. It's pretty quiet. So something is moving beyond like even when you move it. Like if you just like hold it still, there's an occasional like shift of weight you can feel. Like it's very slight though, very slight.
Okay, sorry. I'm having to pause. I'm trying to listen to the Dune soundtrack as like music, and it was like the most intense, like the Vision music. I was
no.
like, oh my god, I can't. Like this is okay. Lord, this is
The most
I'm telling Rachel,
jar
music has
in
been a
the
little rough for me.
world.
Well, yeah, oh my god. No, okay, so if would I know like would there? Well, first of all, are fey creatures considered like alive? That's my first question.
Yeah.
Okay. Would I know, like, would it... Does it feel like a creature move, or just like almost like something like, yeah, like almost like a...
Something's
if it's-
moving. You're not sure if it's a creature
Okay.
or some like
Okay.
mechanism, or if it's something else shifting around.
I'll look at Euphemia and be like, what's in here? That's really weird.
I don't know. He claimed it wasn't living.
Okay.
But
This
I
could be
don't-
like... something mechanical, I guess. I don't know. Okay, does the
kinda
jar feel heavy, or does it feel like... Sorry.
It's pretty light. Like it
Okay.
almost feels like a normal like jelly jar would feel. It's
Empty.
pretty light feeling.
Okay.
Okay.
There's not much weight to it.
Okay. Guess we'll just have to be careful when we open these, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll just be watching it and seeing if it does anything.
Yeah, it just sits there. Put it on the table, it doesn't move.
She'll eat her Danish and think about it.
Sounds good. Just kind of staring at it for a little bit.
Yeah.
Just watching it, see if it moves at all.
And I hear something. I'm like, oh, I moved. Oops, I moved to the table.
As the afternoon goes on, you're watching it, and all of a sudden your vision starts to go darker, Winnie.
Mine?
Yeah, everything's getting darker around you.
Oh.
And
Okay, I'll kind of.
you see this familiar darkening of the whole area around you.
Oh.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Walking
Like,
in from the shadows.
At first she's like, and then it's like, oh, okay, never mind.
Oh, that was
I
You
got
see
scared.
death approach. He comes walking out of the darkness. Sorry for startling you there, Winifred.
Oh, I was just staring at this jar. So. It has stuff in it. I don't know. We got it from
No
stash room.
explanation.
It's just, I was just looking at a jar. He's
So
like,
casual.
is it just me or have humans become more simple the last since I left? Like, I don't know. They seem a little dumb.
Well,
we got it from stash room. We're supposed to open it in the other place, but I think I hear something moving. I don't know though.
interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, turns to
Hold on.
look at Eleanor and Dav. So, I wanted to speak with you, Dav, and Eleanor can say hi to you as well.
Oh, yes.
But
I had a few questions myself.
about what we discussed, Davril, in your desire to help.
There's a small smirk, but because he's there for him first, not Eleonora. So it's just.
No, he's like.
He's gone from a little
Hey,
sulky
Eleanor,
to a
did you
little
hear that?
bubbly.
I've done some thinking. And perhaps this is something you can do something with. We've already learned, Eleanor, that Fusor can hold the soul. And you've experienced that with your own soul.
Yes.
I have some notes for you, Davril, that potentially you could work with. It is a... You would not want a Ismeda follower to find you with these notes on you. They're very simple to keep a little bit of removed plausible deniability, you know, if anybody did discover them on you. But hopefully you can discern things from them. That perhaps you can combine these notes and some Fusor into a device maybe to help Eleonora. Does that seem possible to you?
That'd be fantastic. I've been racking my brain all day for just the thing.
So he'll lay down some paper
Today.
that's written out, just simple notes on them. And hopefully these can be of assistance for you.
Kind of like looking over and biting like a pencil. Like, oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
Oh.
See where this is starting to go. Like knowing that it's going to take time to decipher and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I've seen the basics outline of it.
The real basic overview is it looks like a form of soul containment that, I mean, death is known to do. So how to contain a soul in an object. So it turns to you, Eleonora. You had questions for me?
Yes, a few I think we can discuss with everyone. Then I wanted to speak with you. What do you want when it comes to everything we're doing? What do you want me to say if anyone asks about you, especially if Staffstrom asks me anything. He seems uninterested currently.
Well,
But
I'm just a deity out to do his work. I don't think anybody needs to know anything else beyond that.
most people seem to be so set in their ways they don't ask any more questions anyway, so that's sort of what I'm hoping.
People have
But
likely made their judgments, yes.
But if you have someone asking for full obedience, he's gonna want an
Right.
answer if it comes to it.
is there anything that's off limits? Or, I mean, obviously I wouldn't give everything over unprompted.
I'm not that worried about you sharing things you know. I think you can be wise about who you share things with. What seems appropriate.
Appreciate the trust. How do you want me to write in our letters? I don't know how often he would be watching us. Do we just pretend like everything normal? And just omit other plans?
Well, I don't mean this to sound insulting to any of you. I don't think you're that interesting, though. Or he will spend all his time watching you. Perhaps if
Okay.
there is something going on that he would be more interested in, he may then scry upon you. Normal day-to-day, though, I don't think he would personally be watching you. Will he send agents or other means to watch over you? Potentially. But caution, I think, is the best course of action. And just to continue on as if nothing's happening.
So most information we find out, I can give it to you in a way that it's just me saying something. But I guess if there's anything important that probably shouldn't be risked, do I just ask you to come when it's convenient so we can tell you in person? I don't imagine it would be anytime soon even, or even that much, but I just wanted some sort of plan in place before it happens, if it does.
If there is ever a need to speak with me, and you do not feel like it is appropriate to let on that you are summoning me or have important information that you are withholding from writing about, perhaps we can think of a code word to put in your journal as an indication of that.
Eleanor isn't laughing. I'm just imagining you saying in his voice, what about hi?
I was thinking the same thing. Hi.
That's too simple, maybe
Hi.
monies or something.
Everyone in chat, hi.
Eleanor would never say hi. She always says hello. That's how you
It's
know
true!
something's up.
We're
It's
being
actually
very
good.
forward.
It's actually good.
Actually, she starts out with hi, then continues on the left. Then it's like, oh, it means we need to
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah.
That could be
Actually,
something.
We have gold here, not monies, so
Money.
different.
It could work.
Oh my gosh.
Everyone, it makes sense this time. Oh my gosh. Yes, I mean, I think code is a good idea.
If you ended up writing high death, that would be an indication to me of a concern.
Yes, I was hoping you'd do that work.
That just looks really
Yeah, that was
confused.
good.
Eleanor blinks.
Really?
High
That's it?
death.
If it was how you greeted me in your letter, yes. That could be an
Pretty
I
indication.
normally do it.
I don't think I've ever heard you say it that way anyway, so it's weird. Say it again?
Yes. What, me?
Yeah.
High death.
Ugh. That's a good one.
We immediately like.
Like, no, it's
Okay.
not right. Oh my gosh, Mark, remember we said like 2 years ago, we were like, what if like Eleanor, I just made Eleanor write hi, and like I get teardrops from Shaw like on the page back.
Yep.
Wrinkle.
Now it's kind of canon.
That or he pulled around and just goes, hey, what's up? He forgets it's a code name.
All right. Yes. I will remember that then.
Yes.
So simple it could work.
All right. You here this time in reality if you gave Davril something.
No.
Oh.
Small little things I could conjure in from one place to another.
So cool.
Curious. Yes, I did have something to say. Just to you, if you please.
Sure. Excuse me. And pauses the other three.
Yeah, so I'll like get up. I was probably like on the bed or something. But I'll just like get up and walk over to him a little bit. Well, I wanted to thank you, first off, for getting everyone on the same page yesterday. I was not in the right mind to do so.
Of course.
I'm a little more in my head today. I was thinking through everything you had said. This seems like a large risk for you. Am I right in understanding that?
There's certainly risk.
You said Lucy was your main piece on the board, and if she's gone, you said everything could topple after her.
She is the strongest follower I have, yes.
I just... not second guessing the decision that we've made. But I can't help. Can't help but feel worried if you're putting all your cards in on something like this. Especially well, let me put it this way. I took some comfort that you were a bit not attached to our situation. Because this whole thing might go. And you could simply move on. But if you're putting your stake in this, it's not to be dramatic, but literally everything that I've done has ended up in something worse for whoever has decided to help me or get involved with me or been close to me. And I cannot help but fear that the same will happen to you. And I mean, you have been one of the only. You've shown me more kindness and respect than many have, and to repay that with your ruin too. Not sure if I could bear that.
Well, certainly have been at a point as well where it felt like everything I was doing was leading to very unfortunate, bad, awful things. But there were some who still believed in me. There are some things out there that are worth fighting for, and risking everything for. And in some cases, not taking those risks is even worse than risking what you have.
So do you... I mean, you said it happened to you? I mean, is it just failure? Is it some sort of curse? Is it something that just fades over time? I mean, I have 700 people almost dead. I have lives ruined, reputations ruined. I have a father who will never return to his children.
I think we've all done things that we wish we could change the outcome of. I can't change things that I've done, lives that have been lost because of me. But I can go forward still and work to make up for what I've done. See if there are ways I can fix things.
Or are you afraid you'll make it worse?
There's always ways I make things worse.
Really? What, really?
I mean, if things don't work out for you, your association with me definitely sunk you. But you put your faith in me. So we can't fail. Failure isn't an option. We'll find a way. Make sure we end up succeeding.
We're both doomed to make things worse, perhaps, and we'll cancel each other out. And... Stupid joke.
Well, you're going down. At least you can go down with somebody else. Right by your side. Kind of turns and looks to all your friends.
I feel guilty with them. But I don't know. I mean, yes, I want to repay you in a way that is worth it. So I'm not backing out, but I did want to make sure you understood, I guess, what I've caused and give you an opportunity to back out if you ever feel like it's too much. I wouldn't hold it against you.
I'll let you know if something changes. But I'm in this. Plus, I don't think Lucy will be very satisfied if she doesn't at least get a chance to try to kill that guy.
Oh, yes, she was very angry. I have never seen her like that.
Yes. So, we'll see where we go from here. There are some ideas I have on future plans, but I'll hold those off for now.
It's probably wise. And I don't know, for what it's worth, Death, I don't think that you have made my life worse. I think that you've been one of the, I mean, they have too, but you've been one of the only people that's kept my faith to keep going.
Well, you're one of the few who I think could say that, honestly.
You said you're trying to turn things around, right?
Of course.
So I'm hoping there'll be more.
Let's hope.
All right, let's do this together. We'll either go down or we will have victory.
Yes. One way or another. Something has to happen.
Are you nervous, by the way? You have a cool facade all the time with your illusion.
We got this.
Full confidence.
We'll find a way.
That's all. I just wanted to make sure.
All right. A wave and everyone can return back. Well, it was wonderful to see you all again. Dev, study those notes. Sorry, I'm very quiet over there, Dev.
Oh, you guys already had your moment? Dang, so crazy how quick that is.
I'm like on the other side of the room. Like,
Oh,
You moved.
yes, it's done.
freaks me out
It's
every
done.
time. Thank you. I'm excited to bite into these.
Yes, I look forward to seeing what you can do with those. Well, have a good travel. I believe you are heading out soon. I hope you have safe travels and good success in your future endeavors.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You have a nice evening.
I'll turn and fade away. As the light returns back, the outside noises return. Evening begins to draw close. Anything you'd want to do before you wrap up the day?
I had wanted a conversation with someone, but I believe I'll save that for another time because that was a little longer RP. So
Okay.
I think I would try and talk to Dominic before we might get cut off, potentially. So kind of just like I'd be like, I don't know, just a chat.
Okay. What would you like to say?
Probably just like we may be going to the place like where I can't like feel, I can't like communicate with you or anything. So like that's what's happening, and also like I don't know, whatever guidance you have, I'm gonna try and look out for it, I think, and that's all.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
I think Euphemia is pretty quiet. There was a lot to process today. She's not looking super chipper or anything. I think she would kind of be avoiding everybody a little bit and buried in her little book. She's currently looking over like some notes of things that Hawk said, but yeah, I think she'd be kind of withdrawn.
Brav's got Micom on his shoulder, and they're talking their way through the notes a little bit as they're deciphering, and he's using Micom as like a way to think through some of the simpler things as he's theorizing and starting to study it.
Okay.
I mean, I would talk to Julian. We don't have to roleplay it if you don't want to.
Mhm.
But seeing if he got his stuff.
Yes, you did get his stuff. He's very excited to look into this.
Now he's got super fancy whatever tools. I can't think of what their names are right now.
Whatever
Whatever
tools.
tools.
Whatever tools.
Uh-oh.
All
My
right,
death has
fine.
just gotten me into Karis mode now, and now I'm just
Great.
gonna call everything weird names, and oh no.
Tinkering
Spent
tools.
2 days on that stuff, and they're whatevering.
Did he say anything about his interaction with Stastrom since? mentioned
Just
him
that
giving
Stastrom seems like he's willing to help him learn some things.
So
And
he
then
like went over.
He's available for any questions you might have.
Okay.
God, what an awesome teacher he is.
Oh my gosh. Did he say to Julian like how often he'd be there and what his plans were?
Oh, he doesn't know that. He doesn't know the schedule.
Okay. But basically like it was like they had a conversation about like what do you want to learn?
Yeah.
I'll provide it for you to.
Sounds like it, yeah.
Okay. But yeah. So I think she'd tell him like she's going out of town. And kind of, I don't know, the way I've been thinking it is she would like explain to him that she's kind of depending on like to make sure it's safe to see him, and like to see if Stastrom like says it's safe. Kind of viewing it more as like it's nobody's fault. It's just when is it safe to see him type of thing.
Okay.
So, you know, obviously she can't before she leaves, but
yeah. Okay. All right. As evening draws near, anything else?
I don't think so. I think I did everything.
Okay. You guys have plans to set out tomorrow north? Is that what you were planning on doing?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And Vari left, right? Vari's gone.
Believe she may be
I think Vari went to the lakeside.
traveling. I don't know. She's all over the
Pretty
place.
sure.
She's all over the place.
Okay, sounds good.
Even the DM doesn't know. I don't know. We do that.
It's been a long time since I thought about Vari, so.
Yeah, that's fine.
Dev, why don't you roll me a intelligence roll as you look at these notes.
It's not Dab die. What is Dab die? It's not there. Okay, we'll do. That will not do. I will use my reroll for the day.
All right.
I don't have another blast, do I?
You do have another bless.
I will use it.
All right.
That would be a 3, 14. Intelligence or Arcana?
Intelligence.
Intelligence. What did I say? 14. 17.
Because yeah, part of this is like design thought process too, and like components and all of that as well. So it's kind of a bit of a mixture of magic and artificing in this
So
check.
there's no proficiency, I guess, would be the question.
I'll
Or is it
consider
because, like, artificial level's a little lower, so maybe right now it's not.
I'll consider
Well-
that into like your base understanding of that into this check. But you said 17.
Yeah.
It's
That's about
Darling
it.
Creep Show!
Oh, look at that! Hello, Raiders!
Hi, Raiders!
Welcome in, Raiders.
How
Thank
was
you
your
so much
stream?
for the raid. As you are looking into these things, you notice on the back there is a little pouch of gold that was hanging off the back end of this like note card that he had there, and you look inside and there's 55 pieces of gold in there randomly, and a little
Yes.
note that says hope this helps as well. So thank you so much for the raid, Darling Creep Show. Hope everything was good with your stream. But yeah, basically you said 17 again, sorry.
Yes, that's without proficiency.
17, okay. So as you're reading these notes, you kind of get this understanding of there is this capturing that can happen, and a temporary holding of, at your level especially, it would be a temporary hold on a soul. Fusor, from what you are theorizing, might be a suitable vessel for this soul to be in. What you are starting to wonder about, and I mean, you can design this kind of however you want to into your armor and create whatever type of thing you want to house it, but the challenge might be finding Fusor that is able to hold souls, because a more powerful soul might require a more powerful piece of Fusor to hold a soul within, and if it is a soul that is too powerful for like a smaller piece of Fusor, it might just shatter and escape on its own. But it could be something that would hold onto a soul for a moment that Eleanor could then potentially absorb herself.
Sick.
So
That's so cool. I can't
Love it.
wait.
So yeah, that is the general idea of what you can do. So you'll need to buy components and then obviously Fusor, but you can work on a design, figure out what that would look like, and we can work on costs and all of that when we get there. So
And it would be part of the armor or something separate.
I'll leave that
assuming
kind
it'd
of
be-
up to your design, how you'd like to, like where that would be positioned. It would be on the armor somewhere, if it would be something off to the side, an attachment, how that would look. You can design that as the artificer, but I'll leave this up to you. But yeah, Fusor is the main component of what you'd have to have for this.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So fun.
So
Do we know like how much Fusor would be if we bought it here in the city?
Great question.
it depends on how big of a piece you're looking to get. But I mean, some could go down to like 50, some might go up to hundreds of gold.
Okay. Yeah.
Probably just depends on how big of something you're trying to get. I mean, obviously, if you get a bigger one, you're more likely to hold a bigger soul. But if you go smaller, you'd have limitations on how much of a soul you can capture. But it might take
Okay.
a little bit of experimentation and study to figure out exactly what this is going to look like. But we'll see.
Like something upgradable. Start with something small.
Oh yeah, you could upgrade it with a later point as well if you get more Fusor. So
No.
yes.
Thank you, Raiders. I'm just kidding.
Yes, thank you so much,
For real.
Raiders. But yeah,
Cool.
we can, I guess, if nothing else, we can end with you guys all going to rest that evening. We'll end the
I'll wait for
month.
my stuff in the morning.
We'll end you guys taking your long rest, and we'll start the next session in the 12th month, the first day. And
It's almost Christmas.
plans to head north to the icy, cold, snowy tundra of Petron and face down Yetis, frost giants, cults. Who knows?
Ex-girlfriends?
Ex-girlfriends.
Yeah.
Who knows what you might find up there? So
Angry ex-girlfriends.
Yeah.
Ex-coworkers. Yeah, I mean, a whole bunch of fun stuff.
Yeah.
who knows what we'll find. So we will be planning on being back next week to continue this adventure. So we'd love to have you join us if you would like to as well. Come 7 PM CST right here. We'd love to see you there. But yeah, we'll end there and then we'll raid somebody. So thank you so much for watching. We appreciate y'all. Good night.